this is Alicia and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to speak about my stance on education. I feel like it's not talked about enough, and I see a growing importance on the value of education over time, and I just wanted to speak about education. In summary, my point of view is that we study for the sake of studying and for the delightful experience we have in studies. It's beyond a means to an end. So this is how it goes. I've wrote a little bit about my viewpoint, and yeah, you can think about it and see how you feel about it. So this is how it goes. My stance on education is one of pure curiosity and delight. I do not see it as a means to an end. I am aware that my view goes against the collective view that you study to get a job, and further on from that, you have a job to receive money. I see it rather as you study to learn. You learn because there is something inherently valuable in the act of studying and understanding these vast concepts or facts about the world and how we make sense of it. Yes, you become knowledgeable from the act of studying, but beyond that, you study because there is something delightful in the experience of learning something for the first time. Or even studying it once again in a different kind of depth, amalgamating it with a collection of data in your head. The best experience I believe in studying is the experience where one studies without an outcome in mind. One studies out of pure curiosity and a genuine interest in the specific subject. Education makes you knowledgeable as a byproduct. Education helps you form your thoughts and beliefs about the world and come as your own. But beyond all these benefits of education, I see education to be a particularly delightful experience in learning. I am aware that this statement comes as a surprise to most people, but it's the truth for me. I love to study for the sake of studying. Even now, learning independently, I really see a different kind of light, and I am growing this belief that this is a sufficient answer. It is beyond a means to an end. That's what makes me love education even today. I will always love learning because it is beyond an outcome for me. It's a delightful, even pleasure-filled experience for me, especially once you find your area of study. For me, it's philosophy. I absolutely adore the way I can think from it and what I can think from it. The experience of learning something new that connects to you in a unique, unexpected way. I love that so much. To feel intellectually stimulated as well, unsatisfied. And I've realized it's my field because I think about philosophy when I see the most beautiful scenery in front of me, when I immerse myself in various cultures, when I observe people's behaviors, even when I dance, almost at all times. Personally, I don't believe that if I desired such an concrete outcome from studies, I would have had this passion for studies today. If I could send one message to whoever is studying and whoever has a job, be curious about it, be passionate about it, because it can be a delightful experience. Find the point that connects to your heart and soul. The rest of its outcome will all fall into place, but the foundation is unshakable if it's rooted in genuine curiosity. Studying is a happy place for me. I am 26 years old and I still love to learn, and it's a crucial part of who I am. I love researching on Google questions that get me thinking far more than I enjoy scrolling on social media. It's a higher pleasure when I read something that makes so much sense about how I've felt, what I believe in, and what I've thought about. Hearing lectures that open my mind really makes me want to pursue academia even more, even today. Education, I think, is about connecting to oneself rather than forcing a certain style or point of view on the notion of studies. Learning can be free, explorative, stimulating, and brilliant in its essence. I'm not the smartest, nor I am the quickest in thinking, but I sure am passionate about studies. I think education is a fabulous asset to have in your hands. So I encourage this narrative for education in this world because it needs to be talked about more. Studying with delight is enough, passion can do well in life. I believe there is still a value for knowledge in this world, passion-filled knowledge. And I think passion, if I really think about it, it comes because you study for the sake of studying and it's not about any outcomes. And that's where the true passion comes. And there is a feel and a segment in life where you can pursue a bit more of a studious route in life. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and yeah, I hope it's made you think about studies and see a different perspective, or if you're like me, you have a similar perspective like this in mind, and it's just concreted it, it's just reaffirmed it in that way. So yeah.